The Haas F1 team were probably the shock performers of the 2024 F1 season. Their 7th place finish in the Constructors' Championship was a second best in their entire history, and it came under new team principal Ayao Komatsu. In addition to that, the team entered into a massive partnership with Toyota, which could completely change their fortunes in the future. It is a very exciting time for the team, and to start off 2025, they'll have an exciting first, showing that they don't plan on just existing in Formula 1. They want to compete. Today, I'll check out the big plans that Haas have got for preseason and where the team is headed, so don't go anywhere. So everyone knows the Haas F1 team as the plucky underdogs who have survived but never thrived. The team structure is that of a bygone era, really. Gene Haas isn't a multi-billionaire team owner, the team isn't funded by an Arabian country, and they aren't one of the largest car manufacturers in the world. The whole idea of the Haas F1 team is something more akin to the plucky also-rans of the 80s and 90s. Gene Haas runs a tooling company, a very big and successful one, but he is a guy who makes tools, but he also loves motorsport. As well as Formula 1, he's been involved in NASCAR, helping run the successful Stewart Haas team for a number of years, and from 2025, the Haas factory team. But the time of motorsport enthusiasts with money to spare running Formula 1 teams is long gone. The closest to that is Aston Martin with their multi-billionaire owner Lawrence Stroll, but they still take a large amount of money from the Arabian Peninsula. The Haas F1 team have done wonders to survive as long as they have, and Gene Haas has to take massive credit for that. Now though, the team is ready to leave their surviving phase and have the opportunity to start thriving. The new partnership with Toyota offers Haas some incredible opportunities. Toyota's racing division, Gazoo Racing, are a serious force in the motorsport world, competing in a massive number of series, including the WEC, WRC, and British touring cars. They don't just participate either, they succeed. At last year's 24-hour of Le Mans, they came 2nd and 5th, losing out by just 14 seconds to the winning Ferrari car, an almost unimaginable margin after 24 hours. They'd won it 5 years in a row from 2018 to 2022 as well. In terms of innovative engineering, at the edge of what is possible in motorsport, the top class of the World Endurance Championship, the hypercars, are right up there with Formula 1 as the best in the world. Toyota Gazoo Racing are a very serious racing team who want nothing less than to win, and yes, that includes with Haas in Formula 1. To make that happen though, they are going to need to invest big and break new ground, which is exactly what they have planned for this preseason. Ollie Bearman and Esteban Ocon will head to Jerez circuit in southern Spain this week, with the new Haas teammates taking part in a testing of previous cars session. Running a testing of previous cars session, or TPC, is very expensive. Shipping the cars and the team to the circuit is only the start of it. You need to pay the circuit to let you run there, including all the staff that are needed to make that happen. There is fuel to pay for, and tyres as well. The bill at the end of 2 days of TPC can easily head into the millions or more. Previously, this kind of expense would have been impossible for Haas, but with Toyota on board now, it's something the team can afford to do. Of course, Toyota wants something more from their investment than just their name on the car. Bearman and Ocon will be joined at the test by Toyota Gazoo Racing driver Ritomo Miyata, who was an F2 driver with Rodin Motorsport last season, as well as driving in Gazoo Racing's LMP2 team at the 24 Hours of Le Mans and in the European Le Mans Series. In the past, he's picked up series wins in Japanese F4 and Super Formula. F1 rookie Ollie Bearman will run first on Wednesday, followed by Miyata. Then Ocon will run first on Thursday, again with Miyata wrapping up the day, and all three of them are going to be using the VF23 package. It will be Ocon's second time behind the wheel of a Haas after electing to leave Alpine a race early in order to take part in postseason testing with the American registered squad in Abu Dhabi at the end of the 2024 F1 season. While not using current machinery, TPC running is valuable for teams on multiple fronts. Given Haas heads into the 2025 F1 season with an all-new driver pairing, it offers valuable running in one of the team's cars, and one built to the current generation of regulations, and an opportunity to familiarize themselves with the systems, processes, ergonomics, and power unit. It's also a chance for the team and Toyota to expose young engineers and mechanics to Formula 1. It cannot be understated how significant this test is. It is something that simply wouldn't have happened if Toyota weren't on board with Haas now. But before I talk more about this new partnership and what the future looks like for the Haas F1 team, if you're enjoying the video and want to catch all the news in the run-up to the 2025 F1 season, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to F1 Reverse. Thanks a lot. The announcement of this partnership was a shock to everyone. Toyota hadn't been involved with Formula One since the financial crisis of the late noughties caused them to abandon the team at the end of the 2009 season. The Gazoo branding appeared on the Haas F1 cars from the United States Grand Prix onwards, and Haas ran Toyota sports car driver Ryo Hirakawa at last year's postseason Abu Dhabi test. The aim of the partnership was clear. Toyota would provide manufacturing help from their European base, as well as technical help from their incredibly successful endurance racing team. In return, they get the Toyota Gazoo racing brand plastered on everything that Haas own, and they get a pathway for their junior drivers into Formula One. That assistance in design and manufacturing will take time to implement, and as Ayao Komatsu explained in December, the benefits of this partnership were not the cause of Haas's success in 2024. How quickly do you think those things are going to have an impact? You're announcing it and you think the next day parts are going to be on the car? No. That kind of collaboration takes time. At the moment, we're in the very early stages of actually setting up the project, etc. It has nowhere near got to the stage where we can feel any benefit. In fact, we're even more stretched at this minute. It's a dip stage, which is normal. We just need to get out of that and get onto the stage where we can stabilize it. But that's going to take several months. To feel the effect on the track, it's going to take a year at least. If Komatsu's timeline is correct, then Toyota may not even impact on the performance of the car we see at round 1 of the 2025 season. And if that is the case, then their design expertise probably won't influence the car's performance until 2026. Using Gazoo Racing's manufacturing facilities in Europe is easy enough though. You get the equipment set up to handle whatever it is that Haas needs making. Then Haas send them the designs and then they press start on the machine. Of course, that is a titanic oversimplification of what will need to happen to get the factory ready to make F1 parts, but you get the idea. Getting the Toyota team integrated into the Haas design team and working to improve the car will be far harder. While the Haas engineers have had years working on these regulations, the Toyota team have probably never even read the F1 technical regulations, never mind had a go at sketching out some parts. Considering the technical regulations will be completely overhauled in 2026, getting the Toyota team up to speed on the current regulations seems like wasted time when they could be working on the 2026 regs instead. So while this partnership is very exciting for the future of Haas, the biggest gains won't be evident until the new regulations begin next year. There is more for Haas to gain from this partnership though. Something the team are desperately lacking is a proper F1 standard simulator to help them hone setups before race weekends and to give the drivers extra practice time in the car. This deal finally allows Haas to install a driver in-loop simulator at its Banbury headquarters in the UK, something that will provide a benefit to Toyota as well of course, as its junior drivers can be incorporated into the simulation program. The future looks incredibly exciting for Haas and for Toyota. Toyota will now have a seat at the table for discussions about the direction that F1 is taking in the future, and if they like the way it's going, then their involvement with Haas could increase. While it's a long way away yet, it isn't impossible to imagine a Toyota engine powering a Haas car for the next engine refresh, which could happen in 2030. Are you as excited as me about the idea of a Haas powered by a Toyota engine, potentially competing for podiums in 2030? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.